If you want to see how I get from the before to the after, then stay tuned. Okay, so here I'm just showing you the state of the wig. I'm getting ready to go in and detangle. So I use my shampoo comb while detangling just to go in, get any kinks out, to make sure that I can comb straight through the wig, and also to just prep it for washing to make sure all the products can be evenly distributed throughout the wig. So that's what I'm doing here. And I'll also be doing another wig as well. I'll wash both of them at the same time. This wig is actually older than the first one. It's about 2 to 3 years old, so it really needs a revamp. So I'm gonna go in and detangle it thoroughly as well. It's more of a curly textured wig. It's one of my Indian Remy wigs, so it really needs some extra love and care when detangling, just to make sure that I can comb all the kinks, as you can see, out of the wig. It's a little bit of more of a struggle with this one, but I got all the kinks out, just making sure I detangle so that the product can really get evenly distributed through this one, since, like I said, it is 2 to 3 years old. And here I'm just showing you the products. I will be using my ORS replenishing conditioner and also this silicone mix. I love this stuff. It's a leave-in conditioner actually, and a little bit goes a long way because this stuff, it makes the hair so silky. I love it. So those are the two I'll be using. No shampoo. I like to use conditioners with my wigs. So that's what I'll be putting into the water. I do use the boil method. So as you can see, I have my boiling water heating up. The boil method just seems to work better for me than just regularly washing it. I don't know what magic happens in that hot water, in that boiling water, but it works miracles for my wig. So I've been doing it for a while now. And here I'm just going in with the ORS conditioner, and I'm putting a generous amount in there. Just to make sure, since I'm doing 2 wigs, that it's enough product in there for both wigs, because I am going to add both wigs into the boiler, excuse me. And here I'm just going in with my shampoo comb to make sure that the product gets distributed throughout the boiling water. So that's what I'm doing here, is just stirring it in. And then after I get that stirred in good, I'm going to then go in with the silicone mix as well to add it into the mixture. And as you can see, I don't put as much of the silicone mix as I did the ORS, just because, like I said, a little bit goes a long way with that silicone mix. That stuff is powerful. So just a little bit will work miracles. And I'm just mixing both in very good. As you can see, as the water gets hotter, it helps the product to dissolve into the water. And here I'm going to go ahead and get ready and add the first wig in there. And it's kind of tricky adding it in there because you want to make sure you don't burn yourself. And here I'm just using a plastic knife to push the wig down basically into the water so that you can get in there really, really good and soak up that product. Again, making sure I don't burn myself because that water is very hot. And then once I press that down really, really good, I'll add the other wig as well. So that's why I was pressing it down really good too, to make sure there was enough room. And here I'm just reducing the heat because I don't like to leave it on boiling when the wigs are in there. So here is both wigs in the pot or boiler, whatever you choose to call it. And so I let them boil for about a good 10 to 15 minutes. I don't leave them in there that long. And here I'm just rinsing the product out. As you can see that those wigs were steaming hot. And like I said, I only left them in there for 10 to 15 minutes. And that seems to do the trick for me. So, but I mean, if you want to leave them in there longer, you can. And here I'm just making sure I rinse well. I use like lukewarm water, more cold than hot, just to also try to cool the wigs down so that I can actually hold it in my hand without it burning my hand because they are steaming hot. So I'm just going in with very, very lukewarm water. And as you can see, I'm kind of running my hand down the hair to help pull the product out of it, if that makes any sense. So I make sure I'm rinsing from the top and then let that water go all the way down the hair. And as it goes down the hair, I'm also pulling with my hand to make sure I'm getting all the product out of there. Like so. And once I'm done rinsing the hair, I just go in again with the shampoo comb to get all the kinks out, and to make sure I can comb straight through the wig because I do let mine air dry. The only time I blow dry my wigs is if I'm like getting ready to style it and wear it right then. But more than likely, I'm just washing it and I'm not getting ready to wear it. So I let it air dry overnight. So therefore, I don't have to put any heat to it or anything like that. I really don't like using heat on my wigs. If I do, it's very, very random. So I do let my wigs air dry. And as you can see, I'm just detangling to make sure I get all of the kinks out of there. And once I do that, I put it on a wig head to dry. And as you can see, I'm just showing you how silky the hair is. Like it brings it back almost to the state it was when I first got the wig, which is awesome. So that's why I use the boiling method, because it works perfectly. So that's what I do to kind of revitalize and revamp my wigs so I don't have to throw them away. It's always a will and a way to revamp your wigs, ladies. So just keep that in mind. But that's all I do. So thank you all so much for watching. See you on my next video.